Although the recovery's going really well, I've still got another 4 weeks on these crutches. I can't swim, I can't ride, and I definitely can't run. So the question is, what can I do to work around my injury to maintain my fitness until I can finally start my comeback? Tune into this episode to find out. Guys, it's Matt here. Welcome to episode 3. I hope you enjoyed the first couple. This week's episode will be focused around, well, I'm not going to show much of it because it's boring to do, so it must be boring to watch, but it'll just be more rehab and then looking at what stuff I can do in and around the gym to keep myself in as good a nick as possible, with obviously making sure that my knee is the number one priority. So just a quick update on the knee. It's feeling really good. Pain wise, it's really good. Getting to full extension, which is nice. So that was one of our main goals. The other goals, reducing the swelling and getting that quad activated. They're going well, but still some work to do on those. It's coming down quite significantly. The bruising's pretty much gone, which you can see a little bit of bruising around foot still. That's gravity just doing its thing. But that's going good. And then the quad activation stuff, I still haven't got the electronic muscular stimulator, whatever it's called. I'm getting that later this week, so hopefully that'll help kick those things along nicely. But yeah, basically this week, just going to the gym today. I'm basically just modifying the class workouts, things that I can do. So I'll show you that when I get there, and I'll show you what I'm going to do as far as strength and a little bit of conditioning work. Only an hour, nothing crazy. I said prioritising protecting the knee. That's the number one thing. But then for the rest of the week, I think we'll look at some sort of programming, 2 weeks of sort of 10 kilos of weight only on that sore knee. And then I've got another 2 weeks where I can have 50%. So I don't know if that's 50% of half my body weight, maybe 20 kilos, something like that, but it's still not a lot. So I've still got a month of pretty heavily restricted stuff. So I just want to write down what sort of monostructural stuff I can do conditioning wise, strength things I can do working around my knee, and then come up with a little bit of a program over the next 4 weeks to just try and maintain as much strength and conditioning as I can. Yeah, we'll get to the gym now. We'll try and get a good little workout in. And I'll show you a bit of that. Cheers. All right, so this is the second workout I did for the week. So this is a conditioning-based workout with some body weight movements thrown in there. This will be typical of a Tuesday, Wednesday sort of session. So we started off here with 10 burpees, modified burpees in the workout. That originally it was written 25 burpees jumping on the plate. I obviously can't do that, so I did 10 downs with a push-up. So still gets the heart rate up. You still get that pressing through the chest and that bit of fatigue, and still standing up every time. Then I rolled onto a 500-meter seated ski erg, and that was in replacement of a 1,000-meter bike erg. I can't ride the bike at the moment, so I replaced that with the 500-meter ski.
which was really good. Gets the heart rate up. My arms are pumping. First movement is like a pushing movement with your push up. Then that turns into a ski erg as a pulling movement. And then we roll on to the next movement was max calories in remaining time on the Echo bike. So, and I was ending up with about 2 minutes to 2 minute 30 on that Echo bike. So this workout was written as 4 by 6 minute efforts with a 3 minute rest between each effort. So in that 6 minutes, you would do your 10 burpees, you would do your 500 meter ski erg, and then in the remaining time, up until 6 minutes, you would do as many calories as you could. Like I said, I was getting about 2 to 2.5 minutes, and then you would rest for 3 minutes. So all up, this workout was, including the rest time, was around, I think it was around 36 minutes. So a good little workout. So this is the end of week 3. So I've still got 3 more weeks left, but it's giving you a bit of an idea of what I'm doing to try and maintain as much fitness as possible whilst I can't obviously bike, swim, run. So if you enjoy that sort of voiceover stuff, you're enjoying watching the workouts and it's giving you some ideas, let me know. I'm happy to do it. It gives me like some good content. That was my second session. Obviously, first session on a Monday, Tuesday will be like a strength sort of setup, shorter conditioning workout. Then Tuesday, Wednesdays will be typically something like that, a conditioning workout, but it's got body weight movements or something else thrown in there just to mix things up a little bit. And what I'll do now is I'll just put a montage up of the third workout I did, which is more of a muscular endurance conditioning type workout. So I'll put that up. You can have a look at that. I won't talk over the top of it. I'll just show you. Then to finish it off, what I didn't video is, so it's Friday today, yesterday was Thursday. The fourth session I did was just a purely monostructural conditioning count, which was the intervals again. So last week we did 5 by 5 minute efforts. This week it was a 7.5 minute effort with a 2.5 minute rest. And I did 2 5-minute efforts with a 2.5 minute rest, and then 3 2.5 minute efforts with 2.5 minute rest. Just trying to go slightly faster each time, but it's very hard sitting down. I was averaging about 10 to 11 cows a minute, which is not too bad. One thing that I do think though, I think it's a lot of ski erg. You'll notice pretty much every day I'm doing ski erg, which I'm noticing in my shoulders. That's why I'm going to cut the volume back a bit, because I'm only doing upper body, I'm feeling that fatigue. But I think in my head, I'm not sure if it's totally true, but I think sort of like in the vertical position, the pull of the ski, the muscles that you use, I hope will transfer over into the horizontal, you catch and pull when you swim. So yeah, hopefully that'll transfer over. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video this week. Let me know if there's anything else you want to watch, or if there's stuff that's just not enjoyable to watch or whatever. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.